Okay, so now that we have our first sketch done, we want to move on and we want to do our first extrusion. We want to turn our 2D sketch into a 3D sketch. So if I come down here again, I'm in Isometrics 2, that's my project, and if I open ISO 1, it'll open me up, and I'm in 3D mode, I'm in model mode, whatever you want to call it. But we need to be able to get in and now edit this sketch. If we needed to get in and edit this sketch, if I come over here to the model bar and I right click and I go to edit sketch, it'll bring me back in it. Now my sketch is good, so I can see finished 2D sketch. So I'll go finish 2D sketch and I'm going to go to extrude. So extrude is going to allow me to take my 2D sketch and make it 3D. So it automatically selects my profile because I only have one profile. So let me show you what it would look like if we had two profiles. So if I come in here to edit sketch, and I'm just going to draw a circle in here just to have a second sketch in the view. So if I go finish 2D sketch and go to extrude, and now it didn't automatically select it, I'd have to choose either this object and or this object, and I could choose both or I could choose one. So let's undo this, hit cancel, hit extrude, we'll choose my object. And now if I extrude this, I'm just going to say okay, and I'll talk more about what that means in a minute. That circle goes away. I lose that sketch. If I actually wanted to have that circle in here as well as this object, what I would have need to have done was to go on through, right click, come up here, go to start 2D sketch. Let's put it on that object. Draw a circle the size it was supposed to be, and I just randomly drew it. Finish 2D sketch, extrude, I put it the same direction, say okay, and then that would have given me what I wanted to do. Now that's not something I really needed. I'm just pointing out that if you wanted to do that, you would. And if I wanted to fix it, so now I have two extrusions. If I want to change that sketch, I can go and click the little arrow next to it, which will show me the sketch. Or honestly, I could just right click on it and go to edit sketch, and it'll allow me to work on the sketch that is constrained inside of extrusion 2. So again, if I wanted to make it a little bit bigger, I could do that, finish sketch, it would be there, it would update it, and we'd be all set. Now I don't really want that, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to delete it, but I wanted to make sure I showed you how to do it. So let's go to delete. It'll say, do we want to delete those sketches as well? It's asking, do we want to just delete the extrusion or the sketch as well? We do want both of them deleted. And now I'm left with just my object. Let's go back to my object. We are going to delete the extrusion this time. So let's go delete. And we won't delete the sketches, so say OK. And so now it deletes the extrusion, but it doesn't delete the sketch. Let's go in and let's edit the sketch. Let's get this circle out of here since we don't want that. And now we'll go to finish 2D sketch and we'll talk about the different ways you can extrude an object and how extruding really works. So when it asks us to choose my profile is automatically selected. It says how far from the profile do you want to come off? We want to come off 1 inch. That's the distance we want. And we can change the direction that it goes. Right now it's coming towards us. You can see that arrow. If I hit this other arrow, it'll flip it and it'll send it back the other direction. If I hit this, it's going to make it symmetric and it's going to go 1/2 inch in each direction. And if I hit it this way, it's going to give me a second number. So right now it's coming off 1 inch this way and 0.5 that direction. So I can choose two different dimensions, which can make things easier, harder, whatever. So that's the majority of the way that we can deal with those situations. It's kind of the majority of what we need. I mean, if we go back here, we need ours to be, what was our actual sketch supposed to be? It's supposed to be 0.75 thick, so let's make this 0.75 like it's supposed to be. 0.75. Say OK. And then as far as this sketch goes, we're kind of done. I like to hit F6 before I'm done, so it saves it in a pleasing view that I can see. So like when I go to my project view later, it'll look better. But that's ultimately all we need to do. So we'll hit save, and then we can X out of that. And if we come back here, we can see our updated ISO 1 sitting here inside of Isometrics 2. So all right, so if you have any questions, obviously come up and ask, but I think that should be enough for now.